Okay, so all right. Today's question. Welcome back, by the way. Uh, I gotta do the disclaimer, right? I gotta do the whole thing, which is like, okay, so you watching this right now. Uh, this stuff is just for educational and entertainment purposes only. Uh, what else? Oh, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And go have fun. Go have fun. That's really what I could say, and it's probably the whole solution to today's episode. So I'm gonna put you on, fam. All right, ready? Today's question is, uh, got bored. You just get bored. Um, and this is like in regards to creativity, and this is like in regards to making the work you do and stuff like that. Uh, look, you're creative, right? So you're and the reason I emphasize that so much is because you work differently than other people, right? The whole point, the whole reason you have an art form that you always gravitate towards is because it brings you peace, it brings you harmony, and it's in a life where a lot of things don't make sense. It's it's one of those things that do, right? It's one of those things that do make sense and also help everything else make sense. So that's what we're talking about. Is that thing that you do that makes everything make sense. Cool. What happens when you get bored with that? That's the question. That's the question. What happens when you get bored with that? And it's not it's not cool all the time when you get bored with that. So I gotta say, you do anything long enough, you get bored. You get stale. It just starts to feel like chicken breast with no salt, no pepper. Just it's just whatever. Right. Now, what you gotta do in this scenario, much like many, you have to grab some sauce. You understand? You gotta grab some sauce, and it's when you grab that sauce that you dip the chicken in it that it tastes good. Now, you can get different sauces and try stuff out. Then you could also get compliments, right? Now, what the fuck am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that your art form, you're performing it. I think a lot of times, and I guess this is where the boredom comes from. Be real with you. Um, Creativity, like that, the thing we do that makes everything else make sense. That's medicine. To put it quite blunt, it's medicine. And a lot of times, as artists, we end up becoming pharmaceutical agents, right? We end up becoming people who, you know, drug dealers in a way, right? Because we just selling shit. We just selling meds to everybody and um, that's basically what it is. And so you got, so I'm trying to paint the picture here as to what would solve this for you, because if you get bored in regards to your creativity, and you get bored in regards to the shit that you're doing, and whatever the fucking, you got to understand that it's made, like, I think for one, you're either probably way too focused on the result. You're probably way too focused on the results, and the results are coming out the same. Now, I've seen artists who are able to come out with the same shit, and this is something that you have to take note of. You come out with the same shit constantly. You know what that means? You have a strong style. You know what also that means? The fact that you've, like, the creativity that you're doing is impacting you to the point, like, if consistency is a good sign of health. I just want to let you know that consistency is a great sign of health, especially as an artist. If you've actually had a consistent amount of creativity where it's like, oh, I'm pumping out this exact same style multiple times, whether you're enjoying it, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, fuck, I've been doing the same. That's that's the mindset. It's like you start looking back at all the shit that you've been doing. You're like, oh, this has been the same for a very long time. That's not what it's about. You got out you hopped out the train and you look, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Don't hop out the fucking train. Get back in and be like, okay, uh, enjoy the fucking train ride. You understand what I'm saying? Enjoy the train ride and enjoy the fact that you're making this shit, right? And it's when you enjoy it, because enjoyment looks different every fucking day. And if you start judging how you enjoy yourself or what's causing you to enjoy yourself, you're gonna go through that boredom, because you'll hop out the fucking train and be like, oh shit. So don't go doing that. And I can't just say don't go doing that. That's something I realized a lot. You can't just tell somebody to stop doing something without telling them the alternative of what to do, because there is no such thing as inaction. There isn't that. You're just doing. So, what I'll definitely say is get back in the train. Enjoy it. Enjoy the process of making the same shit every fucking day. Enjoy that shit. Right? Find different things. Like, seek for that shit within yourself. Look for it within yourself and be like, oh, what's gonna make me happy about this? What's gonna make me happy about, maybe it's a different song that you listen to. Maybe it's a different style. Maybe you should just stop having your expectations, because this is another thing we fucking do is we have our expectations way too high in regards to what it's supposed to look like, right? Those artists that are making the same shit constantly, they ain't comparing themselves as to what shit should be. They just enjoying doing the same shit every single day. Popping up their head, doing the boom boom pap, going back in. That's it, nigga. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? And to a degree, that develops credibility. That develops predictability in a way, right? And that develops trust. Trust with who? Your community. And so that's big. That consistency shit is big. And so if you bored, no, one, that's a good thing, because that means you've been very consistent at doing the exact same shit for a very long time. And I'm looking at you right now because you just hopped out the fucking train. You gotta get back on that train and enjoy yourself. Don't forget, the whole point of this is to enjoy it. And maybe, just maybe, this sign of boredom is a sign that you're gonna do something incredibly different. Because you gotta sit with that void and understand, hey, this doesn't feel like it used to. This doesn't feel like what I want it to feel like, or it doesn't look like what I want it to look like. And so you just might have to switch the tempo. Switch the tempo completely. Pick a different genre. Pick a different style. Pick a different color. You know what I mean? Switch that shit up completely. Right? Go black. You know what I mean? Go white. Like, switch it up. You know what I'm saying? And understand that it's in enjoying it. The enjoyment is the consistency. A prime example of this is when you're running. When you're running and you're not enjoying it, it's actually painful. It's very painful. And if you've never ran before, uh, I don't know, go run. That's one. And two, uh, when you're in that runner's high or whatever, and you're enjoying the actual act of running, one, you're consistent. Two, you don't even think about how far you've gone. And three, you're just in it. You're just like really like you're very present, right? But once you stop enjoying it and you're fucking wrestling with, but also understand this too. There are times where you're gonna wrestle. There are times when you're gonna wrestle, and you gotta understand that, because it's within that wrestling. It's within that wrestling with the discomfort, right? That you come out and learn something new. So right now, this boredom, consider it discomfort where you're about to learn something new. It's not saying to stop doing what you're doing. Be consistent. Be consistent. Keep putting one foot after another. Keep doing that. Just understand, and it's in being consistent that it allows you to wrestle, and it allows you to actually come out with something new that you ain't never thought you could do before, and then all of a sudden you start to enjoy it. So you got to understand that contrast when it comes to your creativity, right? Because it's going to be different. It's going to be different, but you got to stay consistent, and you can't judge it. Don't judge it. Don't judge it. That judging shit is a clear sign of your shadow that's fucking with your consistency. Don't judge it. Because as soon as you judge it and you start getting in your head in regards to whether it's even worth it or what's the value in pumping out whatever you're doing, that's a clear sign of your shadow is causing you to stall or to self-sabotage, right? I have videos on shadow work, but most importantly, the what you have to know about that is instead of and you know, I'll do this part quick, but in a nutshell, when you get that judgment and that criticism, you have to create space for it, right? It no longer becomes uh like the creativity that you've been doing for like put your shadow in it. Put your shadow in your creativity, right? If you're drawing and you're dancing, draw your shadow, dance like your shadow would, right? It's like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? And then that get your shadow involved. You know what I'm saying? That's the big one. Get your shadow involved. Because now all of a sudden it's like, oh shit. That's a whole different taste. That's a whole different style. And I think truthfully, I think the artists that get the most progress and get the most of evolution out of their practice, I truly believe is those who get their shadow involved. Just get you bring that bitch in the room. Bring it in the room and say, yo, how would you make this? Right? How would you make this? Okay, now that's enough for you. Get the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's the kind of process you want to have in regards to your whole situation, and I'm telling you, it's like you get bored, and it's probably because you hopped out the train and you're not enjoying it anymore, and it tastes like same fucking chicken that you've had every single day, and so now you gotta get it. Now you gotta get stay consistent regardless of that. Stay consistent regardless of that until you start to integrate it. Until you start to integrate why you're even bored in the first place. You know, I gotta look back at this episode. A part of me forgot what the fuck I was just the part of me forgot the solution that I just gave a couple minutes ago. I'm telling you, man, this neurodivergent shit is different. I don't like labeling myself though. Fuck it. Anywho, a link to the mentorship will be down below. I hope, like, if you're watching this right now, and there's a different reality where like we're talking on the phone and I'm listening to your creative process and your creative journey, and helping you get uh strengthen really strengthen your style. And let's say you're bored or whatever's going on with your creativity, we I'll help you stay consistent. I'll help you get back and really, you know, take your style, like strengthen your style, because it's during those tough times that I truly believe, uh, you could use a bit of accountability. That's the word. The hoodie, that's you know, if you don't want the mentorship, that's why I created the hoodie. The hoodie is there if you like, you know, if you want to feel like you part of a community, you want to feel like you part of something, and you got some difficult shit to do, put that hoodie on, do that difficult shit, and feel like you part of something. That's basically it. A link will be down below to both. With that being said, thank you for watching. If you got anything from this episode, anything at all, please leave a like so more people like us can come through and see what's going on. Peace.